guys, and welcome back to another episode of Albert Engel's Pro Career in Pro Cycling Manager 2024. And we're going to get straight into the action. Stage 7 of the Vuelta coming your way. Here we go, Stage 7, Chidino to Cordoba. Got a Cat 2 climb somewhere close to the finish. Might reduce the peloton or maybe might do just jack shit, but we're about to find out. Let's get into it and see how we go.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Archidona for the start of the 7th stage of the Vuelta that will take us to Cordoba. After 2 difficult days, the peloton will be onto more gentle roads. However, the climb of the well-known Alto del 14%, designated second category, should greatly reduce the number of contenders for stage victory. From the top of the climb that dominates the Cordoba Valley, there are 25 kilometers to the finishing line. In 2021, on a similar stage, the Danish rider Magnus Cort Nielsen led his pace to the talking in a sprint between a small bunch of finishers.
Yeah, okay. So it was Magnus Cort Nielsen in a similar stage who won. It's funny, the climb is literally called Alto del 14%. Is that because it averages 14%? No, and it also doesn't even have a max gradient of 14%. It's actually almost 16%. Don't know why it's called Alto del 14%, but it is. All right, we're going to get sped all the way up to the climb itself, unless anything kind of crazy happens. We'll catch you guys there. All right, we are on the slopes of the Alto del 14%. It's been a very hot pace. Albert hasn't been feeling his usual dominant self, but he's here, he's near the front. As you can hear, it is a very steep climb. We've got a couple of tacks, is it? No, but we do have one rider still left out in front. We're going to have a bit of a sneak and think for this KOM points. We'll just have to get Bachmann to sit up quickly. And Albert's going to manage to grab all of the points. Just all of them, you know, nothing too hard there, really. No one really contending for it. Just searching for the words I wanted to say. Benu is still leading, but Albert leapfrogs all the way up in the second place, grabbing first place over the top of that one. 5 points brings his total to 15 in the tour. Very nice. All right, let's get into the finale. All right, we have 15Ks to the finish. We're going to get a sprint train organized, which means Danny Martinez has been looking very, very good. Actually, kind of half the team have been looking very, very good, just except for Albert, which is worrying. But anyway, we'll move on. We're going to have... I didn't realize Vlasov was on such a good day, but that's fine. And then Bachmann, I think we'll let Mr. Roglic keep finishing those bidden duties that he's on at the moment. Where is he? He managed to finish him off. Great. He can latch on to Albert's wheel. And what we have got, almost 10K to go. So we'll put things on around 86 for now. And see how we go. I don't know how this sprint could go. Tessen's found Roglic's wheel. So that could get a bit interesting. We're going to go 99 now because we don't have far to go. And Bachmann's got a lot of strength still left in him. All right, let's get Vlasov to hit the front next up, straight over the top of Bachmann. He's done a nice job, Bachmann, though, I've got to say. And Vlasov is now absolutely ripping it apart on the front. Haight is struggling to find Roglic's wheel. We've got Tessen back there. Schultz in the wheel as well. Kempenarts is up here. Ulsbrooks as well. We're going to start the sprint with Tobias Foss into this corner. We'll then launch over the top with Andrea. Over the top next with Sochman. We do have a long sprint train here, don't we? Then with Danny Martinez, we can take the gel here with Albert. It might be just enough. Roglic is going to hang on and get second, actually. He could have won the stage, realistically, but that is another win for Albert in the Vault. I think that's his 3rd stage win now. I have to quickly double check the maths on that one. But yeah, a 1st and 2nd for the Bora team, 4th for Danny Martinez, 5th for Andrea, 6th for Suchman even, and 7th for Tobias Foss. That's the most dominant result I've ever had in this game. That was incredible. That was quite a sprint. I think everyone being a little bit gassed from the Cat 2 climb went in Albert's advantage. Bit of a glitch there. He's lost his red jersey. No, he hasn't. There he is on the left. Awesome. All right. Primoz, Marcel Camprobu as well there. Get 10 seconds on the rest of the peloton. It is then a change a little bit on GC. It's an extension out to a minute 44 over Theo Gegenhardt. On the KOM, as I said, we gain 5 points, so we leapfrog up into second place. Banu still leading that one. And points class, we closed the gap quite significantly to Tesson, only 16 points to difference now. Young rider Ulsbrooks keeps a hold of that in second place, well, on loan from us. And Lidl Trek still leading team class. All right, let's get to stage 8. All right, stage 8 is from Ubeda to Cazorla. It does feature a fairly difficult looking finale. I'm assuming that's rather steep. So let's get into the action and hope Albert's starting to pick up his form. He's still only on 80% fitness, so getting a little bit worried about that one. But, you know, that final week is what it's all about.
Everyone, and welcome to Ubeda for the start of the 8th stage of the Vuelta. The 159-kilometer route will take the riders to a finish above the town of Cazorla. Today's itinerary in the province of Jaén is over typical medium mountain terrain with 2 main climbs, the Mirador de las Palomas at kilometer 105 and then the final 4-kilometer descent towards Cazorla on a slope at a little over 8%. Breakaway riders should take advantage of the winding roads to give the peloton the slip, because it probably won't be today that the race favourites will have the opportunity to create anything in the way of time differences.
Yeah, I think this is the day for the breakaway, 100%. I doubt we're going to be able to control it. There's already 14 riders up the road given 3 minutes, so looks like DSM's joining us with the pacemaking duties. Roglic on the front at the moment for the team. I doubt we'll see the breakaway again, but you never know. We're going to jump forward to that category 2 to climb the Puerto Mirador de las Palomas. We'll see you guys on the slopes. Wes, we're not going to do another career. I like Albert too much. I have too much fun playing this one. Why would I do another career? You can create that ride if you want, though. Alrighty, we are getting onto the early slopes of the Puerto Mirador de las Palomas. There we go with that. I think I'm alright with my Spanish names, maybe. I don't know. Before the comments absolutely crucify me over it. Anyway, it hasn't actually blown out too much, although it is on this climb actually. It's now blowing out above 6 minutes. It has been still DSM and Bora the whole time, so I guess Bora really backed their man Sexus on this kind of stage. It might go his way, you never know. He's a little bit back on GC, he's running in 8th, so I'm guessing they want to make up some time gains where they can. We'll use sneaking just to move Albert back through to the front of the peloton. He's done a nice job just retaining as much yellow as he could over that climb. And we'll get to this sprint point maybe. No, I doubt this is going to come back together. So what we'll do is we'll get up to the final 15k or so and we'll see you guys. All right, we're actually at 3k to go. The breakaway almost got reeled back actually. Bit bizarre. We still have Bookman's actually feeling pretty good, and we've got Vlasov up here as well. So we're going to form a mini train of sorts on the riders that are up here. Unfortunately, the rest of our team a little bit too far back. Theo Gegenhardt's sitting quite a long way back, actually. That's dangerous. But anyway, we're going to launch it now with Bookman into this climb. It looks like there's a few riders floating around here. We've got Riccatello riding pretty high as well. He's one of our main contenders on GC. You can see Albert is not feeling his best, but that's fine. I think we're kind of all under control up this climb. It's going to go to the breakaway. I think, yeah, they're just there though. Maybe only just will go to the breakaway. We might go with Vlasov over the top now that we're at the K to go banner and hope that Albert can kind of just hang on. He actually is feeling worse than Vlasov, I would say. Yeah, it is the breakaway taking the win. Noah Isidore. We've got Ulsbrooks coming through. We might launch sprint with Albert just to make sure we don't lose much time. Gregor, Garat, Ujbrooks, and Riccatello there. Tronchon as well. Finfisher Black and Monarchy all around us. I don't think we lose any time, but we were certainly not the strongest rider out of the GC contenders today. It was a -2 day for Albert actually, and he was, yeah, wasn't his normal strong self, that is for sure. Good to get that one behind us with no time loss. All right, let's see the podiums for Mr. Noah Isidore, another Grand Tour stage winner, or maiden stage win. There he is. Unfortunately, texture pack not loading, but Noah Isidore from Groupama FDJ. A maiden Grand Tour stage win for him. Amazing. Kian Ujbrooks actually does gain a little bit of time on us, a minute 42 now. That's very interesting. Teo lost some time though. No shifts on best climber except Banu managed to pick up 1 point on the road. Tesson, no change in that one. Brooks moves slightly closer on team, Young Rider, and on team class, Liddell Track massively extend their lead. Let's go back here. I just want to see. Yeah, Brooks did manage to get some time on the road. So stage where definitely, dodged a bit of a bullet there. We were not feeling absolutely the best that Albert typically feels. All right, let's get into stage 9 from Montreal to Granada. Features some rather high mountains. We've got 3 Cat 1s into a lovely looking descent. This is the kind of stage Albert likes to see, because if he's feeling bad, he can make time up on the descent and hopefully get back in contention. If he's feeling good, he can attack and use the descent to gain time. So we got tactics to play either way. Let's get in. I'm feeling slightly confident about these kind of runs.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the seaside town of Motril in the south of Andalusia. On the eve of the first rest day, the location lends itself to lazing around and sampling the local specialties. But that won't be for the riders, with a 9th stage that should play an important role in the general classification. The start is uneven, but not too mountainous, and so we should see the attackers going on to the offensive. But around the 90th kilometre, things get serious after the first trip through Granada. The riders will climb to Monarch Hill and then up to the Puerto del Purque, a first category summit that tops out at close to 1,500 metres. Then, as in 2022, there's a descent into Pinos Genil before the road heads up towards the Alto de Haselanas, where sections verge on 15%. This time round, at the top, the riders do not carry on towards the Sierra Nevada ski resort. They head back down towards the foot for a second climb that should prove decisive. At the summit, most of the hard work will be done, but there will be still more than 20 kilometers of descent and flat road before the finishing line is reached in Granada.
God, that was such a long intro. It is a bit of a different kind of route for the Vuelta. You don't usually see the same climb twice, the Alto de Haselanas. Obviously, is a climb up to the Sierra Nevada snow plains. How do you say that? The Alps? I don't know. Something like that anyway. But anyway, we'll get all the way up to these Cat 1s. We're not far off them, actually. We'll see you guys on the early slopes of it. Right, I say early slopes are actually almost at the end of it. Kempenance is going backwards like a stone. It is actually Visma setting the pace on the front. Reinderick at the moment is tearing apart everyone. Suchman's on his wheel, trying to come through potentially. Albert's doing Albert things and trying to take it as easy as he can. We're not far from the top now, which is good news. This is risky what we're doing though, that being said, but I don't think it's too risky. Yeah, we are in a second peloton. Oh dear. Spoke too soon. It'll come back together. Of course it will. Getting a bit close here. Maybe this was not the best idea. We got majority of our team up front though. That's the good news. So yeah, no, it was all good. Albert managing to negotiate the first climb. Say just fine. I would rather not do that again. Wasn't the smoothest move. We'll put our Dreyer on him for protection now, and we are already on the slopes of the Alto del Halzanes. I just want to take a bit of a look around. So Aaron Baru is Not necessarily leader for UAE, but good to see how he's going. What about McNulty? He's going pretty good as well. Van Wilder's riding high on GC, however, he's hurting a bit. Brooks is really the rider I'm trying to search out at the moment. I just can't quite see him. Oh, there he is. He's up here. Oh, yeah. Okay. He's maybe feeling a bit better than Albert, even. We need somebody to get Biddens, is a big one for us at the moment. So we'll get Martinez on that. We'll switch back over to Albert. He's on 76 effort. We don't want to get separated over the top of this one because it's going to be an absolute fight on our hands down the other side. We have a dangerous ride off the front, apparently. I didn't quite catch that, actually. Suchman's off the back. Oh, Glag has gone off the front. He's only in 21st, though, so not a real risk. I guess UAE just wanted to put a satellite rider out there. Maybe Yao Almeida as well, another satellite rider for UAE. Yeah, not too concerning. Vlasov is absolutely ripping apart the bunch on the front at the moment, though. He's been so strong lately. Absolutely turned a corner for us as a support rider in this tour. I think we're losing him, unfortunately, next year, though. I can't remember where I saw he was off to, but anyway, we're over the top of that climb. 33 left in this peloton. Gregor was a little bit interested to attack. It's a minute 10 back from Yao Almeida, and there's Gregor getting a bit of time advantage. And Donovan's actually the other rider in there. So what happened to... Huh. I guess Gulag got dropped. He's back with us. Must be. Mustn't have been feeling the best, but good dudes up front still. Right up the front, Majuis is up there, and Mark Hirschi as well, riding pretty high on provisional GC with a 7-minute 30 advantage over this group. We'll have to kind of keep an eye on that. We'll get Vlasov on protecting Albert. I reckon it might come back behind just yet, but we'll get on this next climb. Gregoire once again attacking as we start the next climb, which is just the same climb again. Yeah, I suppose I kind of feel like this is a move where he's not feeling the best, so he wants to get on the front foot. That's kind of what I read into that move. I might be wrong. We've still got Vlasov with us, which is terrific. We've got him protecting us at the moment. I'm a little bit concerned because looking around, so we've got Sexus probably arguably feeling worse than us. And then Brooks, I would say, is feeling, okay, he's maybe feeling a bit worse than us as well. We might try to move up if we can. Doesn't look like we can. We might move on to 88 effort. We're going to take the gel shortly and have Vlasov transcend himself very, very shortly. There we go. We'll tick that box now. Vlasov coming through over the top. Nielsen powerless, trying to get onto Albert's wheels. We've already caught Benu's group, Donovan in there, and Valesco. I can tell you right now that Vlasov is a little bit burned. We might wind it back to 83 for a minute just so he can come back in front, because we do have a gap. That's kind of the big news. We aren't likely to ride into the stage winning position, but we could as well at the same time. We're not far from the top of the climb. There it is right there. We have Ulsbrooks come across to us with Riccatello. It was Christian Odd Ecking not far behind. So not really much of an advantage to be made here just yet. I do want to get across to these three with Mark Hirschi in that group. Right up front at the moment, Valentin Majuis and Nick Schultz look likely to go for the stage win. But that is Gruppo all together. We're going to grab a drink bottle and take a chill with Riccatello looking... for a minute it looked like he wanted to actually push the pace, but we're going to drop effort quite significantly. We might have the pack behind come back to us, I think. Yeah, I think it's going to go to one of those two out front. Either Nick Schultz or Majuis is going to get a stage win. It's not a maiden stage win for either, though, if they do get it. And yeah, here we go. Here's Van Wilder's group. Nielsen powerless with him as well. Yeah, I don't think anything's doing here. It's going to be a bit of a nullified stage, probably for the best for Albert. He's still only on 80% fitness. We're going to grab Ulsbrook's wheel here. I'm sure, yeah, there's the move. I was going to say, I'm sure he's going to try something. And he's really the only rider I'm be honest, I'm actually quite concerned about him at the moment. So Albert's able to mark him out of it. It was Valentin Madulis getting the stage win. Coming in here, Albert's going to get the ego move and out sprint Ulsbrooks in the finale there. So no time lost. In the end, we're really sprinting for 5th place. David Gadu and Pedros Lopez were still hanging out the front. Nick Schultz getting beat by Madulis in that sprint finale of the 2 strongest from the breakaway though. And Albert Menage was 7th. Not too bad. All right, so there he is, Valentin Madulis, 11 seconds. So he managed to drop Nick Schultz in the end. Lopez a minute back, and it was actually Gadu that won our bunch sprint. I didn't realize we caught him. Yeah, Mark Hirschi in 5th. On terms of GC, no major changes other than Teo Gegenhardt's dropped all the way down to 10th. It's Riccatello moving up into 3rd place, a minute 59 back. It is still very cagey in this top 5, I would say. Even Tijman Grat there in 6th looks like a dangerous contender. Banu still on 28 points, but it's Nick Schultz moving up into 2nd place, looking like a bit of a contender for the KOM. Tesson on 100 points still. Albert's moving closer, only 7 points back. No changes on Young Rider. Little Trek continue to extend their lead in the team class, though. All right, let's quickly get stage 10 on the road. We'll squeeze 4 stages into this episode. All right, stage 10 has another Cat 1 near the finish again, the Alto de Moguas. So this could be another one of those sprint stages that will absolutely sap the sprinters and be a chance for Albert potentially. Main thing is I'm not too worried about any time loss in this one because Ulsbrooks cannot descend that well and he doesn't ride the flats that well. So if we're feeling horrible on this Cat 1 climb, we'll get back.
For the 10th stage of the Vuelta. After a rest day and a long transfer from Andalusia, we're now up in the northwest of the country, in the small town of Ponteareas, within the autonomous community of Galicia. Today's stage, 160 kilometers long, will suit both the climbers and the punchers because the route offers very little in the way of flat road. After only 12 kilometers, the first category, Alto de Fonfria, stands before the riders. And then, in the second part of the stage, 3 other summits are climbed before the road heads down towards the finish in Bayona. It's difficult to predict the scenario for this type of route. Breakaway riders certainly do have a chance, but a slimmed down peloton fighting it out for victory is not to be excluded.
Yeah, that's kind of the scenario I was hoping for. However, 12 riders in the breakaway today. They've been given roughly 3 minutes 30 lead here. 4 minutes already. It blew out massively over the top. Yeah, it's a tricky one to say. It looks like Banu has managed to get his way into that breakaway. He didn't actually grab any KOM points though, which is very interesting. I saw Isidore was up there as well. He almost took out that other stage. No, he did take out that stage. That's right. So he's managed to make his way into another breakaway. Could be a dangerous rider. I think he might be able to go back-to-back. Seb Berwick as well, another stage winner from this year's Volta already. Torres is up there. I've seen him in quite a few breakaways. So very active Volta so far for some riders. All right, we're going to get into this pretty lumpy final. All right, we are on the final slope. Nothing has happened this whole stage, if I'm honest. It's been quite dull. We do have what looks like a very aggressive climb here, though. We've put Albert onto 88 effort just to move him right up the tippy front. Bookman looks like he is just about burnt, so we're going to switch Vlasov on to protect him. We're 5k from the front. Looks like the group's actually just fully set up again. Yeah, I think they just did. Interesting. Anyway, I thought we were nearly going to come back, but it is what it is. It's fine. Main thing is not to lose any time on these kind of stages. We are up and over the top there. Looks like a little bit of a move was trying to form off the front, but went nowhere. Banu finally managed to snag some points somewhere along the route. He did get 2. and one. So he managed to grab 3 points along the way for his troubles. He has been spat out of the back, so no stage win for him, unfortunately. The good news back here, though, is, I mean, no one was dangerous in that breakaway, and Albert is pretty safe in this very heavily reduced peloton. Only 39 riders left. Would have been a good one to get to go for a stage win, but that's fine because Sex is trying to move off the front at the moment. Our team is policing, so I'm really not that worried about it. The Bora squad has already proven how strong they are early in this Giro, or the Volta, sorry. Who gets that win? Oh, it is Noah Isidore once again. That is, I'll be honest, not a surprise only because of his other stage win. That's the main reason why. We'll have to launch sprint here with Albert just to make sure he stays in the peloton. Garat trying to grab time, Carr there, and Powless as well, looking for a bit of time gains. Nothing really doing. Albert sprints in the back of the peloton. No real heroics today. I think we are, for the ego, still in front of Ulsbrooks. I don't see Ulsbrooks, if I'm honest, so maybe not. Maybe he was in front of us somewhere. Yeah, he was. He was up in ninth, actually. That's fine. Let's see these podiums. All right, Mr. Noah Isidore picks up his second stage win of the Volta, a three-man sprint. Jonathan Casado and Magnus Coulset sprinting it out, our former teammate Magnus Coulset, I should say. Back here, we're 3 minutes and one down on the stage. Thuisman Grat leading it out. No changes on GC. On the KOM front, it is getting rather heated up there. We've got quite a few riders emerging for that one. No changes to the points class other than Banu once again moving up just because he keeps getting in so many breakaways. No changes on Young Rider. And no changes on team class. Still a 3 minute 32 lead for Liddell Trek. All right, that has been it for this episode, guys. Next episode, we have stage 11, 12, 13, and potentially 14 to look at. As I said last time, there's not really any more flat stages to go. There is 17. That's a while away, so things only get more difficult from here. The good news is Albert's fitness is on the increase. He's up to 83% now, and we have the final week as an increase to come yet, which does have some rather high mountains featured in it. A big move there. We got Chris Harper's actually just signed to Bora for next year. He is a very good climber, so we've got a couple Aussies as lieutenants in Jai Hindley and Chris Harper now on the team. Okay, guys, that has been it for this episode. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you on Sunday for another episode of Albert trying to go back-to-back in the Volta. Peace out, guys.